Mark.
And I'm Jerry, and we are the Military Collectibles Shop. So, welcome to another edition of What's New at the Military Collectibles Shop. I know it might look just like the previous episode, but this is a completely different episode.
See, my hair is, well,
pretty much the same, right? Yeah, and this is what my hair does. But this one actually warrants its own episode because every once in a while you get a bell ringer day.
Woohoo!
And this...
But this is just a little box, Jerry. What of interest can be in a little box?
A little tiny box. Oh, I don't know, Mark. What is in that little tiny box?
Wow.
That's really cool. All right. Thanks for joining us on this episode. No, I'm just kidding. Every once in a while, you just get those ones that I call it the pucker factor. Where you just, you kind of lose your breath a little bit and you pucker in places you didn't know you had. Because this is, for a German collector, this is really a cool box of stuff.
Well, look, we got 3 RZM whistles. We're not blowing in these whistles because
we don't know what's been on them. Yeah, and actually I think a couple of them are marked SS.
Ooh.
Or at least this one.
Oh yeah, this one's marked SS too. Nice.
So obviously the guy, the GI got into what was normally termed like a brown house, or a party kind of thing, because this is all sort of party RZM related stuff.
The other whistle was marked SS too, so all 3 of them were SS whistles.
All right.
Well, here, there's a couple of political leader buckles.
Always nice for the political leader brocade belt. This one's still got the RZM tag on it.
This one doesn't. This one's got a little dent, a little bent on this clip thing, but I guess we'll live.
Right.
We have the gold colored Hitler Youth officers buckle.
High leader.
High leader.
Not just the Hitler Youth leader buckle. This is a Hitler Youth high leader buckle. At one point, there was only 4 of these known. And this one has still got the RZM tag. So don't rip that off there.
Okay. Why are you letting me touch this?
So a very rare buckle.
Wow. A lot rarer than I thought. All right, well, let's do the sports badges.
All right, this is a SA sports badge in bronze. I believe this is the 3rd edition. No serial number, and unfortunately no pin either.
We have the SA Sports War Wounded badge in bronze, and it has the pin on it, but
it's actually got a lot of finish too.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some of these that didn't have pins for some reason.
Right, yeah, some of the ones that came out of the factory. I think we actually had some planchettes where they weren't even cut out yet on some of those.
But this is complete, and which is cool.
Neat badge. There's a bunch of little DAF, Deutsche Arbeiterfront member pins, the little cog wheel pins. Just a little handful of those.
There was a couple of SA Edelweiss pins.
For Group Hochland. They wore those on the side of their keppies. Some little Party Eagle pins. Whole flock of those.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those. I don't know what they were for, but I'm
I think
sure
they were probably tie tacks. And you know, zinc, which is funny because the backs, the paint is still all on the backs, but the fronts have kind of lost the paint finish. But still,
So
a whole lot of Eagles.
I wasn't sure what these were for. What's that one's still got pins in
Yes,
it.
this one's got prongs. I think this is for the Hitler Youth. I thought they were for the bugles. I thought these were brazed on the bugles.
Okay, because these are like already
Pre-bent.
pre-bent, so that would make sense that these would be attached to bugles. That one's got pins in it. Maybe that one on the front of a snare drum or
Is it
something.
the same size? Well, it's got a little bit of bend to it too. Yeah, these are cut from the same cloth. So, yeah, this one definitely has pins affixed. Unless those are fixed. It's not just like casting. Sometimes with casting, you'll have sprue that you would basically the way to feed the metal in. If we only had someone here who worked at a foundry who knew what they were talking about. But again, very cool Eagles, high degree of finish on them. Pretty sure they're Hitler Youth. The Prussian Justice Eagle looked a lot like that too, but I think those are Hitler Youth. That's neat. I didn't know what this thing was.
This is a corkscrew.
We actually have a collection of the. Well, we don't, 3 is a collection. 3 of anything is a collection, but we have 2 now. 2 German corkscrews. So it's good to see that they had their priorities
Yes.
straight.
That's kind of cool.
There was a bunch of SA Sport Badge stick pins. So a whole little flock, or a bouquet, if you will, of SA Sports stick pins.
We got a couple of chains. Wonder what you could do with these chains.
If I only had a gorget. Yeah, I believe these are for the SA gorget. I wish we had the gorgets, but we have the chains, which is just as important.
Yeah.
If you have a gorget and don't have a chain, because not a lot of guys brought these stuff back. The gorget you can see, the chain not so much.
All right. We have some party badges. These are the buttonhole party badges, and I don't know. We got like 15, 16 of them.
Bunch of them.
So those are
M1 163. For those of you collecting by maker.
ding, 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 ding.
This is cool. It's the box. Now the box is actually full of money, which who doesn't love a box of money? But box of foreign money. But that's the point is the box is actually for the HJ insignia award, HJ Abzeichen, mit Sickenherschel Nadel, M128.
What would those be, Jerry?
Those are the little Hitler Youth pins with their Sickenheitsnadel.
So
It probably means like I don't know. Paul knows what that means.
we seem to have like I don't know.
And our friends watching in Germany know what that means. Who are now yelling at their computers saying, "You guys can't speak German for Scheiße."
So we got like 20 of those.
Well, geez, there was 100 in the box. Where are the other 80?
That kind of sucks. That would be...
Yeah. Okay, so that was very cool.
Ooh.
And then there was a Nuremberg Tinny from Party Day 1929. Very rare tinny. Those of you who might have seen a picture of Himmler notice that this was actually the only award that he wore. So he wore it a lot because he was very proud to be able to wear something.
Then we got this weird, I don't know what the hell it is, and
I don't know what that is.
it's like
Looks like a tie clasp or some kind
tie
of thing.
clasp, but it's got this.
Oh, that's cyanide gas. Ugh.
All right, never mind about this thing. Well, we also got a.
Pieces de resistance.
We have a couple of
Two.
Coburg badges.
So, the story about Coburg. This was very early on, 1922. Coburg was a part of Germany that was heavily dominated by the communists. And Hitler and I think about 700 guys went there and, to give a speech, blah, blah, blah. Turned into a big melee. But the 700 guys basically, beat the crap out of 2,000 or something. The numbers vary. But a whole bunch of communist guys basically ran them out of town. So the Coburg Badge is one of the most highly regarded, or was one of the most highly regarded badges by the Germans at the time. They even looked upon this with more reverence than they did the Blood Order. And there's an old saying that, two SS guys were talking to each other and trying to one-up each other. And then the guy said, "Yeah, but where are you at Coburg?" So that was kind of the de facto. That was one of the biggest battles where they were most outnumbered that they kind of took the day.
Jerry, I noticed that there's 2 badges, and I noticed there's 2 of us.
How can we divide this up? All right. I'll take this one and the Nuremberg Tinny. Okay, so, Mark and I arm wrestle over this stuff.
I'll have to take the police uniform. Oh, wait, that was a different episode.
Yeah. But again, a nice bell ringer episode. But this is why we do this, because we're collectors too. So we love finding stuff, especially stuff for our own collections. But a lot of this stuff, we don't need 25 party pins. So they'll be coming to a website near you soon. Some really great stuff. It was a hell of a day at sea, sir. So you never know what's going to walk through the door. So that's why you should subscribe to this channel, so you can stay up with all the latest incoming items.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
Mark.
And I'm Jerry. And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.